I am speaking to a collective who has done so much work on healing their divine feminine energy. Please know I'm never talking about gender. We all have feminine and masculine energies within us, but there is an energy coming through today's reading where you have really tapped into this divine feminine, this ability to receive, to feel nurtured by your surroundings, by your environment, while also pouring like healing energy onto it. And this is also a collective who I feel like has had a lot of wounds around their divine masculine energy. I'm getting that this collective has experienced a lot of trauma or difficult situations with masculine energies. Okay, perhaps narcissism for some of you, just egoic personalities. This could even just be like the patriarchy in general, okay? But there is like this wound that has been brought attention towards when it comes to the divine masculine energy, where you've been falling into this balance where you can kind of utilize and call upon each of these energies when it is appropriate. You know, we need both. There is this layer of protection, of discernment, of intelligence, of safety that is needed, in addition to, again, this like nurturing, intuitive, emotional, supporting energy. And I do feel like this collective has really kind of struck a balance with this. Some of you are still coming to the final transformation of this for everything to really feel fully embodied in this balance, because I'm seeing 555 being very, very significant. You've undergone so much transformation. You're continuing to go through so much transformation. But I feel like with this new balanced energy of both sides of yourself, both sides of your energy, it's moving you out of situations that you may still be experiencing right now. Okay, it feels like a lot of lack in your earthly realms. So whether this is difficulty in relationships, difficulty in your finances, in your career, difficulties in maybe even like your physical, like how you feel in your body seems to be significant, your home life. That is what is transforming, where you're actually going to be poured into and start receiving things. For some of you, I really feel the presence of a divine masculine that is going to make themselves known to you. So whether this is like a loving partner, if that is what you're calling in, or some sort of like business manager type of connection here. But it's almost like because you healed your divine masculine, you're also allowing and opening yourself up to that of a divine masculine to come in and support your journey, because you're coming out of this energy where I feel like you sort of almost did too much course correction at one point, where because you were hurt by the masculine energy, you sort of closed yourself off. You're like, I'm going to do it all myself. And that actually put you into overdrive, put you into hyperdrive within the masculine energy, where now you're finally like pumping off like the gas a little bit and kind of slowing down, trying to connect deeper into that feminine. Again, finding that balance is really significant. And because you found that balance, again, now you're kind of removing yourself out of the place of like I'm even hearing like all men are bad. Oh, this always happens. Like nobody's ever going to provide for me, so I constantly have to provide for myself. Like that is kind of a divine masculine wound that has really been looked at and worked through and rewired. And so now that, again, you're finding that balance, you're allowing yourself for like healthy energies to enter your life after a period of lack. Again, this is what's transforming for you. These areas that you've been feeling very depleted and dry in, feeling like, again, you just weren't receiving nourishment from, you started pouring nourishment into those areas for yourself, or started recognizing, kind of viewing them through the lens of support, viewing them through the lens of love, reminding yourself that you are magnetic, reminding yourself that as you kind of go through these transitions and transformations, that your environments are going to look different. And by kind of like breathing through those changes and not holding so tightly to everything, that is what's allowing this change to happen. And I do feel like you are sensing this intuitively. You're feeling this. You maybe are having visions of this. Dreams could be significant as well. But you really had to call upon your strength, because this has not been an easy process. It's almost like as you've continued to kind of go through this healing of both sides, making sure that you remain in balance, your environment, your 3D that was being reflected back to you was still showing some of the old wounds. And so maybe that was a bit confusing for you, because you're like, wait, I thought I healed this. Wait, why is this showing up again? Why am I receiving this lesson again? I thought I already moved through it. But there's something about like the final bits of this energy finally falling off of you so that you can step fully into this new, start to see exactly what has been woven for you through this process, what it is that you are set to now receive. And again, for a lot of you, I do sense that there is somebody coming in who's going to be very significant in this journey for you, who has something to provide to you, who can lead you to further exploration, to further transformation, because you've already reached a certain pinnacle within your own journey. And so now it is time for this person to step in and support the journey moving forward, is really what it feels like. But I think that's the message, and I'm sending you love. See you in the next one.